Hey everybody, welcome to this deep dive. We're going to be looking at green light therapy.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, you've probably been hearing a lot about it. Green light therapy for like better mood, sleep, maybe even pain relief.
Right, lots of buzz.
Yeah, but we're going to try to cut through all the noise and get to the facts.
Yeah, separate the hype from the
Exactly.
real deal.
We've got a bunch of research summaries here, some FAQs, and even like a little bit from a light therapy enthusiast.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so our mission today is to give you a clear and concise understanding of what green light therapy actually is,
Okay.
what the science really says, and most importantly, could it be relevant to your life?
I love that that's a great approach. I think it's easy to get swept up in the claim, but really understanding the mechanisms I think is super crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. So first things first, what exactly is green light therapy?
Yeah, it sounds kind of sci-fi, right?
It really does.
It does, but it's actually rooted in this field called photobiomodulation.
Okay.
And essentially we're talking about using very specific wavelengths of light
Okay.
to trigger these beneficial changes in our bodies.
So we're not talking about just any green light. It's got to be specific.
Exactly. Very specific. Yeah, we're looking at light within the 520 to 550 nanometer range.
Okay.
This wavelength is particularly interesting because it gets absorbed by the mitochondria in our cells.
Oh, the powerhouses?
You remember that
High
from
school biology? Right.
mitochondria are responsible for producing energy.
That's right, exactly. And when green light gets absorbed by mitochondria, it can actually boost the production of ATP,
ATP.
which is like the energy currency
Oh, okay.
of our cells. So more ATP means our cells can function more efficiently. And this has the potential to create kind of like a ripple effect of positive changes
I like that, a ripple effect.
throughout the body. Yeah.
Okay, so more energy at the cellular level, but how does that translate into like tangible benefits? What are the
Mm.
potential impacts of this boost in ATP? Well, the research is still unfolding, but the potential benefits are pretty diverse.
Okay.
Some studies suggest that green light therapy might influence serotonin and stress response pathways in the brain,
Hmm.
leading to improvements in mood and a reduction in anxiety.
Oh, so it's not just about feeling more energized. It could actually impact our brain chemistry in ways that promote like a sense of calm and well-being.
Exactly, yeah. And there's more.
Okay.
Other studies have explored the impact of green light therapy on sleep regulation.
Uh-huh.
It appears that green light might influence our circadian rhythms, our internal body clock,
Right.
and even affect melatonin production, the
Oh,
hormone that helps us fall asleep.
right. I've also come across some really interesting research on green light therapy for skin health.
Yes.
Specifically, its potential to reduce redness and inflammation, particularly for conditions like rosacea.
Yeah, there's growing evidence to suggest that it could be really valuable for those types of conditions.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and the anti-inflammatory effects we see at the cellular level seem to translate to visible improvements in skin health
Uh-huh.
for some individuals.
And it doesn't stop
And
there.
it doesn't stop there.
What else?
Research is also exploring its potential for pain
Oh,
management,
wow.
with some studies suggesting it could have analgesic effects
NLD?
for chronic pain and migraine.
Pain relieving.
Pain relieving, yeah.
Okay, so that list just keeps growing.
It does. It does.
It seems like green light therapy is being explored for a wide range of applications.
Yeah.
But I think it's important to pause here for a second. And whenever I hear about these new therapies and all their potential benefits, I always want to know, like, how much of this is backed by solid science
Right.
and how much is just hype.
Yeah,
We got to separate fact from fiction.
you gotta be discerning.
Right.
Absolutely. And it's important to acknowledge that green light therapy is a relatively new field of study.
Okay.
More research is definitely needed to fully understand its mechanisms of action and to confirm its long-term effects, to really know
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, and so we're not saying that this is like a
Cure-all or
yeah, it's your all right, exactly.
Good.
It's a new therapy and it's got potential,
But
but
it's got potential, but yeah, more research is needed for sure. But that being said, there are studies, showing promising results.
okay.
One study found that green light therapy led to significant improvements in mood and sleep quality in people with seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, interesting.
Another study explored its effects on chronic pain and found, a reduction in pain intensity for some participants.
So there are some, intriguing findings out there.
Yeah.
But it sounds like we need to be, cautious about overstating the evidence.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not like a magic bullet.
No, it's not a cure-all. Yeah, it's important to be realistic and, individual responses can vary.
Right.
And that's why talking to a healthcare professional before trying green light therapy is so important.
Yeah, especially if you have underlying health conditions or you're taking certain medications.
Exactly, yeah. Good point, safety first.
Right. So for someone who is intrigued by the possibilities of green light therapy, who might it be a good fit for?
Yeah, well, based on the current research, individuals dealing with, seasonal affective disorder, generalized anxiety, insomnia, chronic pain, or even migraines
Okay.
might potentially benefit.
So a lot of the things that people are struggling with these days.
Yeah, a lot of common,
Yeah.
issues. Yeah, but again, talking to a doctor first is key.
Right. Because there are always, potential risks
Of course, yeah.
and contraindications to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. For instance, individuals with light sensitivity disorders or taking medications that increase light sensitivity
Okay.
should, proceed with caution and consult their doctor before trying green light therapy.
Okay.
Similarly, pregnant individuals or those with certain health conditions should always seek medical advice first.
Okay. So let's say someone has, done their research, they've talked to their doctor, and they're ready to explore green light therapy.
Yeah.
What are their options? Is
Yeah.
it all very expensive and high-tech, or are there more accessible ways to kind of give it a try?
Well, there are a few different approaches, that are mentioned in the sources we've looked at.
Okay.
Green light therapy lamps are probably the most common
Okay.
and readily available option.
Okay.
They're relatively affordable and easy to use at home or in the office.
Yeah, I've seen those advertised online. They
Yeah.
seem pretty compact and user-friendly.
Yeah, they are. But what about something more targeted?
Okay.
Are there options for specific areas of the body?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, their handheld devices are a great option for more focused treatment. They're portable and allow you to direct the green light to, specific areas of concern.
And then there's the wearable masks.
And for a truly hands-free experience,
Yeah.
there are even wearable masks that emit green light.
Wow.
Imagine getting your dose of green light therapy while you're reading a book or taking a walk.
It's amazing the technology is evolving so rapidly.
It is.
But regardless of the device you choose, I think, following the manufacturer's guidelines for safe and effective use is really important.
Absolutely. Safety is the top priority.
Right.
Always.
And it's important to remember that green light therapy isn't a one-size-fits-all solution.
Right.
What works for one person might not work for another.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, we all have unique bodies.
Yeah.
And respond to therapies differently.
Now, I know we've been focusing on green light,
Yeah.
but I'm curious, how does it compare to other types of light therapy, like
Yeah.
blue light or red light? Are they all essentially the same?
That's a great question.
Or-
They're all utilize light, but each color has a different wavelength,
Okay.
leading to different effects on the body.
Okay.
Green light therapy is generally considered more calming
Okay.
and is often explored for its potential benefits for mood anxiety and skin health.
So each color kind of has its own specialty.
In a way, yeah.
What about blue light?
Blue light, I've heard that used for certain skin conditions, right?
Yeah.
You're right. Blue light therapy is often used for its antibacterial properties and frequently used in the treatment of acne.
Interesting. Okay.
And then we have red light therapy, which
Uh-huh.
has a deeper tissue penetration.
Okay.
It's often employed for cellular function and repair, and is even being explored for wound healing.
Wow. It's fascinating how different wavelengths of light can have such distinct effects on our bodies.
It is, yeah.
It seems like the choice of which light therapy to use really depends on the individual's needs and goal.
Exactly. It's all about finding the right tool for the job.
I like that.
And that's why continued research is so essential. It
Yeah.
helps us understand these nuances and how they can best be utilized to improve people's lives.
Now, you mentioned earlier that green light therapy could potentially influence melatonin production
Yeah.
and circadian rhythms.
Uh-huh.
Does that mean it's only effective if used at specific times of day, like before bed, for example?
That's a great question, and the answer is it depends.
Okay.
Some research suggests that using green light therapy in the evening can promote relaxation and improve sleep quality,
Okay.
likely due to its impact on melatonin.
Yeah, that makes sense given what we know about melatonin.
Right.
But are there other times a day when green light therapy might be beneficial?
There are
Right.
other studies have actually found that using it in the morning can be really advantageous as well. It might help to reset your circadian rhythm, leading to improved mood and energy levels throughout the day.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it seems like the optimal timing for green light therapy might vary depending on the individual
Yeah.
and their specific objectives.
You got it. And remember, light therapy in general can be very personalized.
Right.
What works wonders for one person might not have the same effect on another.
Yeah, that's a really crucial point. It underscores the importance of paying attention to your body's individual responses
Absolutely.
and finding what works best for you.
Exactly. And that's why keeping a journal or tracking your symptoms can be so valuable
Yeah.
when experimenting with green light therapy.
It's such a simple yet powerful tool.
It is.
It helps you to really, take control of your well-being and fine-tune your approach to achieve like the best possible results.
I agree. And remember, knowledge is power.
Yeah.
The more we learn about this fascinating world of light therapy and how it can impact our health, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions.
It feels like we've just scratched the surface of
Yeah.
what's possible with green light therapy.
Well, sure.
We've explored the science, the potential benefits, the risks,
Right.
even how to get started. But what about the future?
Yeah.
Where is this field headed?
That's what's so exciting about it. I think the potential is huge.
Yeah.
And we're really just discovering new applications all the time.
Yeah, what's like on the cutting edge? What are researchers really excited about?
Well, one area that's generating a lot of buzz is the impact of green light therapy on cognitive function.
Cognitive function. So you mean like memory and focus and things like that?
Exactly.
Wow.
Some preliminary studies are hinting that green light therapy might be able to enhance memory, improve attention, and even offer protection against age-related cognitive decline.
So shining a green light on our brains could make us sharper.
Potentially, yeah. It's still early days and more research is needed to confirm these findings.
Okay.
But the initial results are definitely intriguing.
And it aligns with what we know about green light's effects on the mitochondria.
Right,
The
exact.
cellular powerhouses.
Yeah, if it can boost energy production at the cellular level,
Yeah.
it makes sense that it could have a positive impact on brain function as well.
Are there other areas of research that you're particularly excited about?
Absolutely. Researchers are exploring whether green light therapy could be helpful in treating conditions like traumatic brain injury
Wow.
and even Alzheimer's disease.
That's incredible.
Imagine the possibilities if something as simple and non-invasive as light could make a difference for people facing those challenges.
That would be a huge breakthrough.
Yeah, it would be amazing.
And speaking of innovation, what about the future of the devices themselves?
Yeah.
Are you going to see any like really cool new gadgets coming out?
Oh, I have no doubt technology is constantly advancing, and I anticipate we'll see even more sophisticated and user-friendly green light therapy devices in the years to come.
Okay, give me a glimpse into the future. What are we talking about?
Picture wearable devices seamlessly integrated into our clothing or eyeglasses,
Okay.
delivering a dose of green light therapy as we go about our day.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Or perhaps even smart devices that can personalize treatment based on our individual needs and biofeedback.
Wow, that sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
I know, right?
But it's also incredibly exciting to consider the possibilities.
It is. It really is.
Like increased accessibility, personalized treatment.
Yeah.
It feels like we're on the cusp of like a real breakthrough in how we approach health and well-being.
I agree. And as technology continues to evolve, I think we can expect green light therapy to become even more accessible, affordable, and effective.
Well, I'm definitely feeling inspired by the potential of green light therapy.
Yeah.
It's amazing to think that something as fundamental as light
Yeah.
could have such a profound impact on our health and well-being.
It is pretty remarkable when you think about it.
And who knows what other discoveries
Right.
await us in the realm of light therapy.
Yeah, we're just at the beginning, I think.
The future is bright, literally.
Literally, and for those seeking more information about the therapeutic applications of light, a great resource is redlighttherapy.rehab.
Okay.
They offer a wealth of knowledge on healing with light.
Excellent tip. So to wrap up this deep dive into green light therapy, I encourage everyone listening to stay curious, do your own research, talk to your healthcare provider, and explore the possibilities.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And on that note, we'll conclude this exploration of green light therapy. Thanks for joining us on this illuminating journey.